that stupid La Crema red wine shit, and you're starting to develop tastes. You can't remain Philistines now you've got a bit of money. And the full banana zone lies ahead, which I'll talk about. You've got the t-shirt. You can see the merch store link below. Get your bloody banana zone, because if you don't summon the banana, it doesn't come. Simple as that, right?
Raoul Pal starts off with a daring indictment of what he refers to as the frightened investor syndrome that permeates the current cryptocurrency markets. R highlights the value of stoicism and mental toughness in investing, while fervently urging clients to attain inner peace and cease freaking out over little market swings. He reminds us that although the cryptocurrency market is naturally erratic, these fluctuations are a part of a larger trend that rewards patience and preparation. His advice was to concentrate on the long term rather than fretting about temporary declines. R uses a worldwide M2 money supply and Bitcoin chart to emphasize this point, showing a trend that indicates Bitcoin is about to see a big surge to $70,000 and higher. For more videos like this, please take a moment to like this one, subscribe to the channel, and enable post alerts. You can leave your thoughts and observations in the comments box below. And you can also watch our other movies about cryptocurrencies and the digital asset industry in general. Every action you take aids the YouTube algorithm and greatly aids in the expansion of the channel. Thank you, and have fun watching the video.
It's the universal consciousness. We have to bring it. So what are we drinking? Today, we're not in Rioja. We're not in Spain. We're in France. And for me, it's the region I like the most, and it's Burgundy. So we're in red Burgundy this time. I've done quite a lot of white Burgundies. Sorry, I'll move the mic closer. I've done quite a lot of white Burgundies before, stuff like Polini Montrachet or Chablis. But today I wanted to go red. And because it's a crispy, cold kind of 80 here today. It's a bit chilly for normal. Normally it's kind of like 88. So we're a bit chilly, want a bit of red wine. And so what we've got today is Chambolle Mucinet. Chambolle Mucinet is from Burgundy, as I said. Burgundy is famous for Pinot Noir. That's what it does. It does Pinot Noir and it does Chardonnay in the whites. The Pinot Noirs in Burgundy and the Chablis, the Chardonnays in Burgundy are simply the best in the world. There is no comparison of any other Pinot Noir than what comes out of Burgundy. The most expensive wines in the world are pretty much the high-end stuff like Domaine Romani Conti from Burgundy. So Burgundy can be ultra expensive. These are very small vineyards. They tend to be farmed by single families, and the ones that are famous have very restricted amounts of land, so the prices go through the roof if they're good. Chambolle Mucinet is a region. Now, this is a 2018 from Joseph Drouin. Now, this is not a single vineyard, so it's a blend of a few vineyards in Chambolle Mucinet. But let me bring you I'm going to show you what Burgundy is, because I am trying to fucking educate you guys. You can't have all this money and still be like you are. It's time to grow up. So here we go. A wine map of Burgundy.
Although R promotes a diverse cryptocurrency portfolio, he places a strong emphasis on prudent risk management. He suggests reserving 10 to 20% for speculative investments in potential initiatives and preserving 80 to 90% of holdings in core assets like Bitcoin and Ethereum. With this strategy, investors can take advantage of the market's upside potential without endangering their ability to make ends meet. R acknowledges the appeal of altcoins like Solana and Sui and emphasizes how they can perform better in bull markets. However, he advises investors to adhere to a planned plan and warns against being overly exposed to shitcoins.
So what we've got here is Burgundy is this long, thin, and then out to the left is where you see Chablis and a lot of the whites come from. The further north, the cooler it gets, and the wines get slightly more elegant for me, and also a little bit fruitier. And the really famous wines are often in the Côte de Beaune area, but I actually love the Côte de Nuit and Chambolle Mucinet, Clos de la Roche. All of these things are in Maurice Saint-Denis, Maurice Saint-Georges. They're all in Côte de Nuit. This is my favorite. This is the epicenter of gorgeousness for Burgundy and Pinot Noir for me. They have an elegance to them. It's got a minerality because of the soil there. It's slightly cooler, so they're a bit crispier, a little bit finer, but they have this, stop sharing my screen. They have this smell, a Burgundy from a red wine from Burgundy, a Pinot, has this kind of strawberry smell to it with a bit of what they call as barnyard. It's like a farmy smell of, slightly mushroomy soil that gives it a little bit of backbone and sort of a little bit of cassis as well. So it's fucking delicious. Cheers. I know you're all posting good wines. I saw somebody posting I think it was a Rioja Alta Gran Reserva Especial or a Spectacular. Good choice. So keep posting on X the wines you're drinking or whatever you're drinking if it's nice, because I know a few of you are big whiskey drinkers. Post those as well on YouTube, add it, and on the platform, you probably can't watch this till the morning, so you probably drink a cup of tea. So what have we got to eat today? Because, as I say, no civilized human being should drink without food. So I've made a little aperitif, a little tapas to start with. So what the fuck is this? This is a cracker that I make out of flax seeds. Now, why flax seeds is because it doesn't have any wheat or carbohydrates in. It's kind of keto. And I try and stick to a low carb diet. So it's keto. It's got lots of protein. It's got omega-3s. It's delicious and crunchy. And then on top, I've got a bit of Spanish red pepper, which is roasted, and then a bit of Parmesan cheese, and then some olive oil. So I'll talk through this. But first, I should do a fucking cooking and wine show, right? Forget the bloody market stuff. Who cares? Oh my God. Crunch, soft, bit of chew from the cheese, and the olive oil finishes it off. And spectacular. Now, swill it down with a bit of wine. Okay, now we're set. That's beautiful. So how did I make that? Because I make it myself. I love cooking. So this is the crackers that I make out of flaxseed. What you do is you get flax seeds from the supermarket, you soak them in water overnight with a little dash of vinegar, apple cider vinegar, red wine vinegar, white wine vinegar, anything, just not too much, but a bit so you can taste it, and some salt, again, not too much, but enough that you can taste it. Soak it overnight. In the morning, dump it into a sieve, drain it, then you get that parchment paper and a baking tray, and you put a flatter layer as possible, as thin as you want, as thin as you can, so it's crispy. You lay it out, you kind of use a ladle and flatten it down. Do that, stick it in the oven, 200 degrees, 2 hours, comes out super crispy. So I can show you. So it's like, can you hear the crunch? That's really a good crunch. Okay, so that's my snack for today and my cooking lesson. The other snack, these are well known in Spain. They're called lupin seeds in English, but in Spanish they're called altamuces. They're weird little things because they're seeds of a plant, and they look like a sort of chickpea flattened, but you can't eat the skin. So you take the opposite end of, you can see there's a little eye on it. You take the opposite end of the eye, you bite, and then you squeeze and pop it into your mouth. And it's this salty, sort of crunchy deliciousness that goes really well. In Spain, you'll see them in bars everywhere. And they're super delicious, amazing texture, really nice. So now we're set. We've got our food, we've got our wine. So what do we want to talk about? First thing is, you lot are watching this. An enormous bunch of you are in the US, Canada, Europe. It's freezing fucking cold. It's bloody miserable. All your friends are miserable. You've frankly had enough of your family after Christmas and New Year, and you need to get the fuck out of there. And what you need to do is get the last tickets for Miami, because we're all going to Miami for the crypto gathering. There's all the VIP tickets are sold out because you guys just rammed those. I mean, it was unbelievable how fast those sold out. And then we've got the general admission, but there's bolt-on events. So what is this event? This event is 400 and something Real Vision community members, all turning up in Miami, staying at various hotels, and we got events all over South Beach. Mini events, dinners, breakfasts, lunches, volleyball games, golf tournaments, all sorts of stuff. So it's a way for you guys to network. But what makes it special is we're all there too. All the people you see on Real Vision, Jamie Coots, Julian Battelle, myself, Andrea Steno. We've got Bill Barheit from Abra. We've got the team from Bitwise. We've got tons of the team from Sui are coming. There's all sorts of people. I've just heard that Greg Weldon's coming and Tracy Schuchart, Shy Girl's coming, and everybody's there. And you'll be meeting them, hanging out with us lot. There is a big party on the Saturday night as well, which should be a lot of fun. We've got resident DJs from Real Vision community members. Some of them are, professional DJs for a living. So it's really, really fun. There's only 2 weeks left because I think it's on the 30th until the 1st. So get yourself to Miami. It's the easiest place in the world to get to. It's not wildly expensive, and the weather's going to be a damn sight better than when you are. If you're in Australia, tough shit. Well, you can come. There's quite a few Aussies coming. And we've got people coming from all over Asia as well. So, I mean, it's such a global community. It's brilliant. So just to get you really salivating, Nick, let's roll the video.
Raoul wraps off by going into macroeconomic issues in more detail, including how rising bond yields and a strong currency affect economic growth. He believes that deteriorating economic statistics will give the Fed the justification it needs to lower interest rates, which will increase market sentiment and liquidity even more. For R, comprehending how global markets are interconnected is essential to navigate these choppy waters. Investors can position themselves to take advantage of new possibilities by foreseeing changes in the dollar's strength, liquidity cycles, and economic policies